He endured pepper spray and racial slurs, but still managed to defend our nation's capital when angry insurrectionists stormed those steps on January 6th. It was a deadly day that we will never forget. Neither will former Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn. He has since resigned from the force, seeking to now be a force in Congress.
We can't ever let this happen again. And you've heard it from Trump himself. He is hell-bent on finishing what he started this day. I'm stepping into a new role today, but I can't do it alone. I believe
Dunn is now running as a Democrat.
Has a role to play in this fight. So join me.
Dunn is now running as a Democrat for Maryland's 3rd District seat, which stretches from Baltimore to our capital. And he's joining a growing field of candidates in what is expected to be a competitive primary. Harry Dunn joins me now to talk about his campaign to defend democracy. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, let's start with last night, shall we? In Iowa, 66% of the people there echoed Trump's false claim, Harry, that Joe Biden did not legitimately win the presidency in 2020. Are you worried that if Trump loses again, that there could be another insurrection?
Yeah, you know, I am worried. Those numbers are very discouraging, but at the same time, it also, I believe it's a call to action to let individuals who do know that Joe Biden is the legitimate, duly elected president of the United States. It's a call to action for us that we can't take our eyes off the prize and that we need to continue fighting to hold our democracy, which we hold precious.
All right, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But I want to ask you a question with regard to the fact, well, with your background. I mean, you were a cop. You would lay down the law, and that was that. I mean, this is Congress. It is bureaucratic. There is a lot of BS. So what makes you think that you can cut through all that without any experience?
But isn't that the problem, though? That it's all that crap going on there. And you know what? What is a congressman? What is a elected official? It is a person of the people, and they are sent there to give the people in their districts a voice, and that's what I aim to do. I'm not a career politician, but I'm a career public servant, and I have been able to put people first my whole life, and I don't think that will be any different when I'm elected to Congress.
All right, now let's follow up with what you said, that there's this clear and present threat to democracy right now, and that it's worth fighting for. Those are your direct words. Tell me exactly what you mean by that, Harry, and what is your plan to do that?
You know, so people want to say these numbers, these poll results that are coming out, how did they get this high? How does 60+% of people believe that Joe Biden was not? How is that? You know, Donald Trump's messaging is effective. You know, whatever your opinion is about him, his messaging is effective. And his messaging from his subordinates, and his subordinates are members in Congress also. And they just get to, you know, freely speak about the lies, and they get to peddle and push these lies, calling prisoners of January 6 hostages, saying that election was stolen, you know, continue to parrot all the lies that Donald Trump does. And those sound bites make their way to the electorate. It's important for me when I get to Congress and other elected officials to continue to push back against those lies. And, you know, I did as much as I could do as a police officer to combat that in the role that I was in. But, you know, I believe now that there's an opportunity with Mr. Sarbanes no longer seeking, well, he's retiring. There's an opportunity for me to have a seat at the table and not just be dismissed as just an angry Democratic plant, which I've been called on multiple occasions. But I'm just an American citizen who cares about his country, who wants to serve his community.
Well, let me ask you about that. I mean, you would be a Democratic congressman in a huge pool of Republicans, many of whom fought to overturn the 2020 election. So how do you plan to deal with them while defending democracy?
The same way I did for the last 15+ years of my career. Them spreading lies or, you know, that isn't anything new. I mean, it's been 3 years since January 6th, and I was still going to work every single day and defending them because they have the right to say that. You know, lie or not, you know, it's not moral. they have to deal with that conscience on their conscience, and their voters are the ones that need to hold them accountable. But the same way that I've been doing it ever since, I believe that, democracy is so precious, and it gives us the right to speak and about those things that are going on and pushing back against those lies that those individuals are continuing to spread. So I don't believe I'll have a hard time working with them. I was able to protect them while they were still spreading those lies because I believe that they have the right to do it. I just believe that their voters need to be more aware of the lies that they are peddling, and members in Congress need to hold them accountable. They can't just say these lies out without any pushback or challenging against them.
Well, you are definitely somebody who is there. You know what happened. You know the truth. And you've been very transparent about how that day impacted you. You were very open about dealing with PTS. So I want to ask you, how are you doing? How do you feel? How is your health? And do you think maybe you can take what you've gone through with PTS and the therapy that you have gone through and talk more about mental health? I mean, Harry, we're covering these school shootings on a far too regular basis. It's heart-wrenching. Mental illness is a huge problem in this country. So how are you doing, and how do you plan to tackle that?
I never wanted to be this, poster child for, mental health or mental health awareness, but anything that I can do to reduce the stigma of it, I'm all for it. This world we're in a very crucial time right now. People are hurting, and it's very tough out here. And for me personally, I'm doing all right. I'm staying busy right now with this, learning how the ropes of a campaign and the political side of public service. But I'm doing okay. But it allows me to see all the things that are wrong and things that are going wrong, listen to issues that people have, and, say it shouldn't be this difficult to receive help, or, people need support systems. So I would love to have a national conversation about that when I'm elected to Congress, and get mental health on the forefront of people's mind and make it not taboo to seek help for, just being human and just having these emotions that a lot of people deal with on a day-to-day basis. I look forward to having that discussion and making it more mainstream, accepted.
Amen to that. Harry Dunn, sure appreciate your time. We'll be following the campaign, and no matter the outcome, I hope you'll come back and you'll talk about the experience. We're rooting for you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You bet.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.